Hello, welcome to our daily news, and following are today's headlines.
Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Thiện Nhân receives World Bank representative. Thai Oil Group PTT conducts feasibility study for refinery project in Bình Định province. Nobel laureates highlight basic research at scientist event in Vietnam.
Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Thiện Nhân has proposed the World Bank increase assistance both financially and technically for Vietnam to help the country implement its economic reform program. Deputy Prime Minister Nhân made the proposal while receiving Tung Uyanik, Director of Global Financial Systems Practice and Manager of Financial and Private Sector Development Unit for East Asia and the Pacific of the World Bank in Hanoi on August 15. He spoke highly of financial and technical assistance and policy consultance the bank has given to Vietnam over the past time. The Deputy Prime Minister informed the guest that the Vietnamese government has approved a project on innovations to getting people on low income financed by the World Bank. The project aims to call on organizations and businesses to apply new technology solutions to create low-cost products and services for low-income earners. For his part, Tung Uyanik said his bank will back Vietnam's underway programs and continue providing resources for the country to speed up the implementation of them. Thai Oil Group PTT and Vietnam's central province of Bình Định are together conducting a feasibility study for a $30 billion petrochemical refinery project in the province. The two entities were given the nod by the Vietnamese government in May after preparing a pre-feasibility report.
The oil refinery is planned to cover 2,000 hectares at the Nhân Hội Economic Zone in Bình Định province. Local authorities said the plant will be a key impetus to the province development, and it is expected to lift up the province economy and create jobs for thousands. Representatives from the PTT Group and local authorities on August 14 visited the site designated for the plant complex at the Nhân Hội Economic Zone. Sukristura Bostupong, Senior Executive Vice President of the Petrochemicals and Refining Business Unit at PTT, said the area is a perfect location. Factors attracting the PTT Group to the locality are the great support from local authorities and 2,000 hectare land that has already been cleared and embedded with fine infrastructure. With proposed capacity of around 32 million tons of crude oil a year, the refinery is expected to supply all demands for oil and petrochemical products in Vietnam and also export to the global market. Once getting approval, the project is expected to start in late May 2014 and be put into commercial operations in 2020.
Movitel, a joint venture between Vietnam's military-run telecom service provider Viettel and Mozambique's SPI and Investport companies, has been named the leader in terms of competitive strength in mobile information.
The award was presented by market analyst Frost & Sullivan in Cape Town, South Africa on August 15th. Frost & Sullivan experts said that Movitel is wise when paying attention to low-income earners in Mozambique through a strategy on popularizing telecommunication services. It has expanded its network to bring services to all people through such programs as providing free internet connection for schools or reducing fees for phone and internet users. During more than 1 year since its establishment in Mozambique, Movitel has attracted up to 80% of new mobile subscribers in the country, creating jobs for over 20,000 people in rural areas. Millions of teachers and students have benefited from free internet program for 4,200 schools and universities nationwide. Movitel chairperson Safura de Conceição said the award marks Movitel's great contributions to achievements of telecommunications sector of Mozambique and Africa as a whole.
The UK and ASEAN nations shared experiences with Vietnam in building and managing a national qualification framework at the conference in Hanoi on August 15. The move aims to help Vietnam's integration into the regional and international education and labor forces. The conference attracted the participation of Vietnamese and foreign policy makers, managers and representatives from businesses, universities and colleges, as well as professional organizations. It looks to support the country in building and standardizing its national qualification and diploma system in higher and vocational educations. Many experts said Vietnamese qualifications and diplomas have yet to be clearly defined, resulting in little confidence from employers. Once ASEAN becomes an integral community, its member countries will grant mutual recognition of each other's qualification framework. Thus, we need to build a national qualification framework to help our laborers avoid disadvantages of qualifications not being recognized in international and regional markets. A national qualification framework will promote education and employment cooperation among countries based on the mutual recognition of each other's qualifications and diplomas. Experts also propose that, in the future, Vietnam should set up mechanisms to ensure quality is parallel with correlative qualifications and diplomas, strengthening trust in the value of degrees in the process of building a national qualification framework. Meet Vietnam, an event of scientists, is taking place in the central province of Bình Định. The 3-week event that attracts the participation of 5 Nobel laureates has been introducing new perspectives on basic research. It is the first time U.S. professor Sheldon Glashow, a Nobel laureate in physics in 1979, has set foot in Vietnam. He had previously known about Vietnam as a distant country with a fierce war. He said he was impressed with the people and culture of Vietnam. However, in his opinion, Vietnamese science and technology remain unpopular in the rest of the world.
To be honest, I'm not very aware of, I can't list things that have been done by Vietnamese scientists. I don't know of any.
At an international workshop themed Windows on the Universe, he delivered an important speech on how basic research will create technology breakthroughs for the sake of mankind. This field has yet to receive due attention from developing nations, including Vietnam.
The European community, for example, I was speaking with a representative of the European community, the people who give money for science, and they say that science has to be market-oriented. We must do things to make objects so we can sell them. And this is, for example, the guy who discovered X-rays. Immediately, X-rays were used.
The professor stressed that basic research is the foundation and starting point. It is impossible to make commercial products without it, he said. Citing his nanophysics research as an example, German Nobel winner in 1985, Klaus von Kleising, said the discovery of micromolecules is fundamental to inexorable technology innovations. Nevertheless, he said, basic research is a challenging choice.
You have to identify excellent people. This is first of all, one has to screen, one has to find people to have science. And I know that there's a lot of pressure always to apply something.
Scientists shared their views that, as a developing nation, Vietnam should focus on basic and application research in tandem. The government approved a core national program to foster maths research. In the coming time, the body will also ratify schemes to develop physics and invest more in other fields of basic research. Participants at the event, that will run until August 17, also discussed important topics like nanophysics, astrophysics, and the universe. That comes to the end of VNews today. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.